Last year, I visited Japan for the first time. As I pored over lists of things to see and looked at several YouTube videos, I began to realize that with only 6 days on the ground, my wish list of places to visit would be severely limited. So after visiting Tokyo Tower, Skytree, Mount Fuji, and a host of shrines and temples, there was only room for one more stop. On YouTube, I had watched a video describing a public toilet that was transparent when not in use, but became opaque once occupied, much like those transition eyeglasses that go from clear to a dark shade on exposure to sunlight. This I had to see, but unfortunately 2 things happened. I got lost in Shinjuku Station and could not find the Yamanote train to Yoyogi Park. And then I discovered that the toilet was no longer operational and was only in the opaque mode. Advance to the present. I visited Japan again to further expand my exploration of this unique culture. I think you can guess which attraction had found its way to the top of my list. Toilets. This time, armed with a Tokyo Transit map and a better feel for how the system worked, I found my way to the Yoyogi Fukumachi Koen toilet. The Tokyo Toilet Project was a collaboration between entrepreneur Koji Yanai of Uniqlo and the Nippon Foundation that was conceived in 2018. The goal of the project was to make a few old public restrooms more aesthetically pleasing and to address concerns about safety and cleanliness. The toilets were originally planned to be ready for the 2020 Summer Olympics, but many were delayed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The project has renovated 17 public toilets in Shibuya to make them accessible for everyone, regardless of gender, age, or disability. The toilets were designed by 16 architects and designers. The first 3 were opened on August 5, 2020, and the 17th toilet at the Hiro Higashi Park was completed and opened to the public in March 2023. Only 2 of the toilets, both designed by noted architect Shigeru Ban, have the transparent walls, while the others are singular creations with underlying themes. The 2 renovated toilets have transparent glass walls that become opaque when the doors are locked. This allows users to check if the toilet is clean and unoccupied before entering, a safety feature. Strangely, this project has become a unique tourist attraction, with visitors able to take a shuttle or private guided tours around Shibuya to see the toilets. Also, in 2023, an award-winning movie, Perfect Days, was released focusing on a day in the life on one of the maintenance workers. The toilets are intended to be used over a long period of time. With this in mind, special efforts have been made to address cleaning and other maintenance to ensure that anyone can use the toilets in comfort and with peace of mind. Maintenance of the toilets was initially supervised by a 3-party agreement including the Nippon Foundation, the Shibuya City Government, and the Shibuya City Tourism Association. The toilets are also inspected by professional toilet consultants to improve maintenance procedures. Cleaning is divided into 3 categories: daily cleaning performed 3 times a day, regular cleaning performed once a month, and special cleaning performed once a year. In addition, the toilets are inspected every month by a third-party toilet consultant. There are also monthly maintenance and management meetings to monitor the use of the facilities and improve the maintenance and management of the toilets. I had hoped that by now the toilet would have been repaired and that I could experience the thrill of wondering if once inside, I would really be protected from the view of those passing by. I observed other people entering and leaving the toilets, but the walls remained opaque. So I finally ventured into one of the toilets, and while inside, I still had a lingering fear that those outside might be able to observe my activities within.
Finally, I got to see the invisible restrooms at Yoyogi Fukamachi Mini Park. They're no longer functioning like they did in the beginning. In the beginning, when the doors were empty, it was visible. And then when you went in and closed the door and locked it, it would become opaque like it is now. So the restrooms are still there, but they are no longer doing that change from visible to invisible. As you can see here, all of the restrooms are invisible or opaque, and they stay that way. There were several special restrooms made in anticipation of the recent Olympics, and this was one of the creative ones. There are a few others scattered throughout Shinjuku and Shibuya, but this is the famous one. This is the inside of the visible, invisible toilet at Yoyogi Fukamachi Mini Park.
Postscript. A message from the Toilet Project now states that the transparent toilets have been operating in an opaque state since December 14th, 2022 due to a malfunction in which the glass walls took time to become opaque due to a drop in temperature. However, taking into account the annual temperature changes, for the time being, we will operate them as follows. Mid-May to mid-October, the toilets will operate normally, switching between transparent and opaque. But mid-October to mid-May, the walls go opaque. Unfortunately, I was there in late October,